I realize I've been talking to myself an awful lot lately, and I wonder if other people do that too, or is it just me? But then I also realize that I don't really have very many friends. I don't really have that one special friend that I can talk to. Do you? I think as we get older, friendships have a different dynamics, and they're not as maybe not quite as important, or we don't put them, they're not a priority in our life like they used to be. Let's say when we were in our 20s or 30s or 40s. My name is Eva. This is Real Life Over 60. And today I want to talk about friendships, or more so, the value that we place on friendships or how we prioritize them in our lives, especially over 60. So, before we get started, my cats are here with me and they are wired for sound. There's a bunch of zoomies going on, so they may make really flash cameo appearances. Just ignore them or enjoy the entertainment. So I live in Guatemala, and when I first moved here 10 years ago, took me a little while to make some friends because I was very shy, which is weird for me. But I also found that as I got older, I got a lot more shyer. Shyer, is that a word? I got more shy. How do you say that? And I became a little bit kind of introverted, like I lately in the last, more so in the last 5 years or so. Um, but I needed to get out and meet people and talk to people and make friends. I wanted to have a social circle, but it was up to me on my own by myself to do that. So I did that. But I found that friends that I made in the first few years that I was here, we were going out, we were partying all the time, we were having fun, karaoke, trivia night. Like it was a lot of fun, and there was a really vibrant social scene here in the tiny town that I live in. So after COVID and after in the last few years, the town and that social scene has almost gone away, or maybe I just don't care to be in it anymore. I don't know what it is, but I've become a little bit more introverted. I found recently that I don't really have any friends anymore. And I mean, I have friends where if I'm in an emergency, I can call them up and say, hey, I need this. Can somebody help me? And people will help me. But I'm talking about like that one true friend that you can call and say, hey, I just need like a girlfriend to talk to, or, to share. Like sometimes you need that deep soul connection, like that friend that you can just call it, 10 p.m. phone calls. Hey, I'm feeling kind of shitty right now, and I really need somebody to talk to. Or, hey, do you want to go shopping? I'd love to, somebody to go shopping with, somebody to go out and for coffee with. I don't really have that one true friend here that I can really connect with. But it got me, and while I kind of miss that, it also got me thinking, I don't really have the energy to even try to make new friends at this point. And a lot of people over 60, of course, Eva was in a Reddit thread again. um, the topic of friendships came up. There was really just a handful of women and men who still had that group of friends that they go golfing with, or that the women go and, I don't know, go knitting or whatever. There's just a small handful of people. Some women still had friends from high school. Some men still had friends from university, college, and stuff like that. But for the most part, most people didn't really have a big circle of friends or hardly any friends. And they were actually quite happy with that. Like they were okay with that. And the general consensus in the whole thread was they didn't have the emotional bandwidth to try to make new friends. They didn't have the desire to try to make new friends. And a lot of them can't be bothered because they found that there's so much drama still at this age, which baffles me. I mean, we're in our 60s. Why are we still acting like high school people? Why is there still drama in friendships? But a lot of them said that. There's still drama, there's still gossiping, cattiness that women generally tend to have. Sorry, girls, but it's true. And they're perfectly happy in their own skin. So it got me thinking, and I love these threads because they're honest, real conversations. And it got me thinking, and I realized that I don't really have any friends. I have one or two close-ish friends here that I can contact. if I need, if I have an emergency or whatever. But do I have that one true friend? No. I don't anymore. I have my sisters. My sisters are my friends, which is fine, but they're not here. They're thousands of miles away in Canada. But I'd love to know if you still have that one true friend. And I'd also love to know what friendships mean to you. Like, do you place high value on friendships? Are they as important in your life right now as they were, say, 20, 30 years ago? Because for me, they're not really. I have a lot of acquaintances. Well, I see, there's the thing. Like, are they friendships or are they acquaintance? Or are they friends or are they acquaintances? That was a little bit of a tongue twister for me. I do have lots of acquaintances, which is fine. I think, so here, and I think acquaintances are also good to have because they add a certain flavor to your day, to your life. Like, because here down where I live, there's people from all around the world. It's an expat town. So there's people from every background, every age, every culture, every country. Like, it's great. So as I go about my day and talk to different people, acquaintances, I can get a little bit of everything from these people. And it's wonderful because it keeps my brain active. And I also feel that human connection and social interaction is really important as we get older. I feel like I just kind of segued into something else, but that's okay. Stick with me here. A lot of people over 60 generally tend to just stay home. They don't have any friends. They don't really get out much. They just stay home. They don't really talk to people. And I feel that human connection is kind of important for your mental health. Social isolation can lead to depression and can affect your mental health. So I feel it's really important to at least try to get out, like at least once every 2 weeks if you can, and just go to a coffee shop and go talk to some random stranger or something. I find that, here I get it. So I talk to my Spanish teacher every day. I have conversation with her every day. I talk to my landlord. I talk to my sisters every day. So I talk to people every day. I go out. I talk to locals. I talk to foreigners. Talk to my cat. I don't know. Is that weird? Of course it's not. I talk to God. Like, I have conversations all the time, every day, obviously. I feel for me now that friendships aren't as important to me as human connection, if that makes any sense at all. I don't place as high of value or make friendships that much of a priority in my life anymore. I think my priority in life right now, and maybe this is something, a little bit of something that you can sort of think about. My priority for me is my happiness and my peace of mind. And for me is to do the things, sorry, there's dogs barking. For me, it's to do the things that bring me joy so that I can have less stress in my life, so I can have a lot of inner peace. And I'm quite happy with in my own skin. I love my company. I have cats. I have as much social interaction as I feel that I need on a daily, weekly basis. And honestly, I think that is most important, is to maintain social interaction, because what happens if you don't, if you fall into social isolation, it affects your mental health and you can become depressed, and I don't want that to happen to you. So I feel it's important to at least try to get out, once a week, once every 2 weeks, and just talk to people and fill your brain and get some mental stimulation and meet, have great conversations. Are friendships that important? For me personally, I just find that human connection is more important than actually having like a true friendships. That may sound weird for some of you, but I feel that's what's important, is to at least maintain some sort of human interaction, social connection. That's important for your mental health, especially as we get older, because depression in older adults is a thing. So I would love to know what you feel about friendships. If you place any value on them, are they a priority in your life? Drop that down below. I'd love to have this conversation. I think it's an important conversation. So anyway, that's all I got for you. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. stuff. It helps YouTube know that, hey, she's cool and this is a good video and her stuff is worth watching. So don't forget to trip the algorithm. I'll let YouTube know that I'm kind of cool. Goodbye from beautiful Guatemala.